when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's because of their skin. Blonde hair kills a million people, that's just him. And it's in
woo! Woo! He's out here hitting you with the, yo, hold on, bro. This man's coming for their neck, coming for your neck. He said so much right there, bro. What's up, everybody? It's your man with the plan, and I'm back with another video. And today, you can see that thumbnail, you can read that title. Salute to all the dreamers out there. Everybody's been joining me, subbing to the channel, rocking with me, really rocking with the content. I appreciate you guys and everybody who's been here. Man, yeah, I'm just surprised that we're almost at 1K. I kind of just did this off a whim. I wanted to do something in the pandemic. I had time and I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, that I enjoyed, and was hoping to build a community around the things that we all enjoy. And almost 1,000 subscribers later, here we are. So I got something special for that 1,000 subscribers. When it does happen, it will happen. I've hit every mark, and I think you guys are really enjoying these videos, and I want to continue giving that quality, giving you the analysis that you guys deserve, and the reaction that you guys deserve, and the content you deserve. So with that being said, y'all, we here, baby. I hope you're enjoying your day, your night, whenever you're watching this. So without further delay, I don't want to hold you. You already know what to do. Let's get into this reaction. Let's go. Part 5. Excuse the green screen. I'm like, there we go. There we go. Let's get it.
I know you gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Man, Akala, brother, you know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Let's get ready to
That first one was fire, bro. Can he follow it up?
Yo, Akala.
Wow.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is
Volume
power.
1 mixtape, 28th of May. Listen, AkalaMusic.com.
Chase.
Tiny bit more vocal, please, actually. Listen, knowledge is power, always.
Yeah. We might pause this too, because we gotta talk about
Listen.
The scam, brother, the
the long
scam.
video.
Oi, mate, my personal life's great. Some of you would love me more if I rub that in your face. Okay, well, let us run down the resume and have a little chat about Akala's living today. Big whip, nice yard, been all over the globe. Look how many continents that I have done. Shows, couple little companies, neat little office, everything going swell. Little bit of profit, built a business educating kids from the block. So far as I'm concerned, you gotta be a mug to not rate him. Own my own masters, still my own master. Novels and scripts on the way. Rap is just a part of the genius in his head, and he knows it, dickhead. Since I used to kick ball for West Ham with my big head. Back in school days, wearing hand-me-downs from my sister, and gal was still onto man. Now that's some Ross charisma. It's just a nipper. I took my first pull of Rizla, and who you think gave me that? Yeah, my bigger sister. So when we speak of struggle, cousin, it's yours. You know the same old madness. Working class poor, yeah. So may have won a couple awards. I guarantee you that my family just as messed up as yours. All the abuse and the alcoholism and drug addiction. Uncles going to prison. This is working class living in Britain. It ain't great. You gotta be kidding. So please don't ever get confused by me spitting, cause yes, I said the ghetto's in our head, but no, I didn't mean if you live next to a food yard, let that's in your dreams. I meant believing in the madness they spout about us is far more dangerous than putting us in council houses. So yeah, I criticize, but from a place of love, never, ever, cause I think that I've become above every young bruv you wanna judge as a tug. It's me, man, it's a little guidance and love, so I think that you're the mug. And why be smug when it's an actual fact? We all commit crime simply by paying tax, cause we didn't go and tickle them people in Iraq and ask them so politely for all the minerals we extract. We blew children's heads off, set fire to backs. With a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth they're running around on the road with heaters, don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the rules stay in places that are brown and poor, we can all pretend to be abhorred, but we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman that duppies you will probably get knighted. If I don't want to fight you,
I gotta stop it right there. We gotta talk about that a little. I mean, there's so much he's throwing in right now, and I'm not going verbatim for the bars to do. Forgive me, guys. I'm gonna give you the analysis as it comes to me. He said a lot right there. You know, I could break down what's being said, not necessarily exactly the bars that are being said, but if a bar does stand out, I will give you that analysis. Stereotypes, judging people based off the way they look, but then he had that bar where he kind of brought the scheme together about, you know, how we go overseas and we basically are thugs in those countries. And then when we come back and you see black and brown folks doing it, it's like, don't get mad because they're following their leaders. It's like, that's tough. That's tough. Like, he's so into, dude is just on a different level, like mentally, just on a whole different level. So, yeah, man, we just gotta continue watching this, bro. We just gotta continue watching this. Let's get it. And he's going to the police bar, so we might rewind it just a little bit.
But we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman at Duppers, you will probably get knighted. Yep. If I don't want to fight you, cuz it ain't cuz I'm frightened. I'd just rather fight with those who really think they're titans. I ain't scared of bleeding, I am scared of breathing another breath in this world where everything is so uneven. When millions murdered in the Congo when it's barely news. But if a footballer's wife should buy a pair of shoes, I'm supposed to give a apparently I do not. The world's a reflection of your block. And if you think a world that profit from their death and be totally cool, thinks you're better cause you live here, you're a bloody fool. Look around at genocidal abuse. I swear humanity ain't nothing but a virus with shoes. Then I pick my nephew up from school and I look at the youths and see the love they show each other, and I'm just so confused because they ain't learned yet what is their race or religion. So we're born unconditioned, but we learn to play our position in the system. Look what that does to our recognition of self. We grow suspicion of our own intuition. Now listen, Akala's sick, but he raps about racism too much. Could you imagine I gave a flying? Cause it's amazing how they wanna claim they love this music with no respect for the actual struggle that produced it. Did hip-hop not start in segregated hoods? Are them hoods not still segregated? So it's really good. Are the First Nation not still on reservations where the age of 46 is the average life expectation? And fellas, I wonder where the favelas have been suddenly knocked down and replaced with something better. If you got sense, you see fights are joined, and race, class and gender are sides of the same coin. So if you're really down for justice, whoever the people who suffers, whoever you are, I consider you my sisters, brothers, but call it what it is, like Carlin or Bill Hicks. Not these patronizing left-wing little twits that ask me dumb shit on a superior tip and wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left in. That was the clearest thing to come of August events. All the closet bigots started speaking their minds again. So when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's cause of their skin. Blonde hair kills a million people, that's just him. And it's in
woo! Woo! He's out here hitting you with the yo, hold on, bro. This man is coming for their neck, coming for your neck. He said so much right there, bro. He said so much, bro, and I just like, my fucking thing is bothering me here. There we go. He said so. Stay. Sorry, guys. He said so much right there. First and foremost, that last bar where he talks about judging people by the color of their skin, about them being violent. But then if a white blonde-haired kid does it, it's just who he is, right? In the media, how it plays, and he talks about the hypocrisy of the left, freaking the hypocrisy of these people who don't grow up in these scenarios, and they all of a sudden they become these super, we call them super allies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're all the overly woke people just doing these gestures, but not really in the fight like people who look like me or about brown folks as well, and going through that and living that and experiencing that. Now, this isn't to be a victim or anything. I'm not saying that I'm a victim by any means, but I'm just saying that what he's speaking on there's a lot there of context wise as far as him talking about hypocrisies, and then how the media portrays people, and then the police being corruption in the police. There's a lot of corruption going on, and he just exposed in the game, and that was a lot, bro. Like I said, we gonna go through these bars. I ain't gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna give you the best analysis I can. That was just a lot, and I'm just enjoying the flow. I'm enjoying his style. I'm enjoying his scheme most definitely. Because it's not woke rap, but he's actually like good. Like it's actually I'm pleasant to listen to. So let's get back into it.
Entertaining, some people are so thick, but I prefer that than all of the fake grins, cause it's the only problem. People claim they wanna sow but don't actually wanna talk about how it evolved. You are told this country really yours, sir. What they did to brown people did to their own poor first, and originally in the States. Working class whites were also enslaved, and no one talks about it today. Ever since the master came with the system.
Bruh, if you guys go watch my video, Racism by Adam Calhoun. I talk about the exact same thing, and I had people in the comment section trying to flame me and didn't know what the hell they were talking about. But I've always said this. They treat white poor people the same way they treat fucking black folks and brown folks in this country historically, and only the divider there was the fact that they use race to gaslight and to portray whiteness as something, to be proud, like something to be like, oh, well, at least I'm not black, or at least I'm not brown. At least, it's like a simple status where you kind of gotta, and it was to a certain extent, you didn't have to deal with certain things, but you still would live in poor communities. And like you said, that we're working class. You're working class at that time. You were basically a slave. And there were white slaves. People were arguing with me about that. I never said they weren't white slaves. There were. I mean, were they to the extent of transatlantic? No, not in this country. And I'm in America. But this is the shit I was saying, guys. Like, he's done the reading. He's done the research. And I would highly suggest you go do it as well. Go do it yourself, man. Don't take my word for it. So, yeah. I just had to highlight that real fast.
System of privilege made the working whites the overseers, mulattoes the house, cause put the darkest blacks in the field. That mind is with us still. $1 billion industry, skin cream and bleaching pills. And let's be honest, most people in my complexion to this very day still think they're better than the darker section. You say it's changed, then only educate
talking to you.
Not about
Listen.
Africans in Haiti who beat the armies of the British, Spanish and Napoleon from the moment they stolen them. There was no controlling them. When I was in school, she said, no, you never fought for freedom. No, we freed you, and you were on your knees pleading. And what's more, did you know that we kind of saved you from the barbarism of Africa? You should be grateful when enough of our own people can't be bothered to read that they actually believed that we were swinging from trees. They don't know the Kingdom of Congo had embassies in Italy 500 years ago. Literally ain't heard of St. Maurice nor Septimus Severus. They ain't studying the past cause they think it's irrelevant. And attempts to pretending ancient Egyptians weren't African. Nothing more than pseudo-intellectual lies. They obviously ain't read what Aristotle and Herodotus said about people that they saw for their own eyes. And Egypt's been invaded since the fall of the pharaohs. Not once, not twice, but many, many times. So nobody wants to explain why so many statues are missing noses. Even when them statues made of granite. It ain't one people alone mistaught about themselves. We live on Celtic land, but don't learn about the Celts. The same Irish people you characterize as stupid during the dark ages. Some of the most educated living in Europe. And did you learn the numbers you count with every day was invented by Indian people? I bet you didn't. Or how many million Indians fought for Britain in both world wars. Still you got the cheek to call them immigrants. We don't learn about the Moors, of course. For some that knowledge dangerous. Is it a problem the impact they had on the Renaissance? When people take power over another group, we minimize their achievements so we can make it feel true. So if you think Columbus was first to sail ocean blue, you probably believe Elvis invented rock and roll too. And for the record, no doubt I believe in peace, but not for 1 second, and they'll turn the other cheek. They slap you, slap them back, take teeth. The only way a bully ever learn is getting beat. Fight fire with fire, nah, fire with water. See, the life-giving force is stronger than the destroyer. That's why these MCs can't speak to me. No.
Don't fight fire with fire, fight fire with war. That's it. That's all I got for that one.
all men are not made equally. My brain's made of iron fiber, conducting the livest wire. My average grade's higher than Oxford or Cambridge require. I don't want credit because I got a message. I want credit because I'm the best MC. Dead it. When I came out way back in 04, sister had just won every award. Most man would have done the bait thing, put big sis on the chorus chords. That would have been A-list, sure. Quickly I would have been famous more, but look how I came in this thing raw. Bang up the streets some more. If I MC then I heard me rap, I'd be like, what the? I ain't never gonna be that good, so I better not push my luck. It will embarrass me. Only insanity would make you challenge me. Better hope if we bump heads, that day that I feel like charity. If not, it's a beating, and there ain't no use in searching for meaning. Cause all it means is that you are crap and I am a genius. Why I'm Panama, I push the perimeter. Can you imagine if I'm sicker than average? I killing with character. Benjamin Banneker, look at the marriage, of stamina damage. I went from Metallica. Got to look for the whole of the calendar. So cold that I roll in a challenger. Why you man roll with the amateurs? I'm too much harder. You can just call him Father Akala, but I don't talk shit like a pastor. You already know that I'm smarter than half a bloody disaster. If I ever start, I'll probably a prodigy, make you a martyr for these crap MCs that mumble, then see me in the flesh and crumble. Never told you that I was humble. No, I'm not. Don't lie. I'm so sure in my writing ability that I feel like I'm finding divinity. Sit down, let me rhyme a soliloquy. My agility, time in this military. What scene guillotine for the mini-me? It seems you're fiend for the mimicry. Your team couldn't dream of the synergy that I beam when I scheme when a wicked beat. There goes again with the big words with bare syllables. Get your dictionaries out. That's what I'm about. Clowns wanna shout. Flash them, smash them in the mouth. Bloody professor, a man of the letters I read and I'm sure that I'm better. Never regret an endeavor to dead an oppressor. I think that the lepers that think that their pleasures are better endeavors than all of our pressures. But see me, born in a rage, maroon blood coursing my veins. As you can see, I was born for the stage, but I'll never be their cultural maid. Some say that we're political, is what they're doing isn't. Don't they preach a political doctrine called materialism? But for all the Italian clothes that you wear, or German cars that you drive, or French champagne that we buy, will still be monkeys in their eyes. So why you were begging it? Who knows? Italians fight to wear Jamaican clothes. Italians call their own women for everyone's entertainment, bro. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the one with the codes that flows all over the globe. I'm bunning out shows, but still don't oil my chest and pose. Pose a threat to the power structure. Not because we're anything special, but because we're the people together. And that's the only way things change ever.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
My gosh. Akala just tore the building to pieces.
I mean, I can give you analysis, but it's called fire in a booth for a reason. He made that whole thing look
easy.
He hit me with the
Cocoon punch.
I mean,
Fatality.
Killed it. It was so dense. There's so much to talk about. Classism, racism, bias, racial bias. Not just in America, you talk about Celtics, but not knowing about, talk about Celtics, but not reading about it, and not actually knowing that they're some of the smartest people in that area in Europe, but because of that conflict between the Irish and the Brits, they get pushed down and oppressed, and how Indians fought in many wars for the British, and the fact that they are still considered immigrants, even though they are part of the reason why that empire has been able to thrive. If you don't have the Indians fighting for you, you don't have the empire that you have as British folks. But the fact that we get, you know, that's a history I'm not aware of, but that's part of it. You know, that's just world history. And this dude is so on next level intellectually, like, and I'm catching it. We could talk about it, like, but he's so on next level intellectually. I'm loving the context, and then his ability just to rapid fire, and just keep it tight. He's in his pocket. He's tight. Just But it's always, every bar has. It's not like he doesn't waste a breath. He doesn't waste a bar. There's always something to say. There's always something of substance there, and I like how he calls out. You know, how he talks about racism. You know, people make fun of him for that, but that's how he is, and he can still make a great song. And he's still very, very talented lyrically, and just his delivery, and again that style, that vibe, that confidence that's there. You just can't, you know, you just can't mimic that.
Go for a hot minute right there. Certain MCs, you know what? Like, I don't want to hear you. Don't call my phone. If you ain't coming to destroy me like that, don't call my phone. You're gonna get a voicemail.
Just, again, guys,
Akala. Wow.
He's just different, bro.
I don't even know what to say.
He's just built different. That's all you need to know.
Little story. Let's take him down.
He backs everything up.
Listen.
Not with just bars, but with knowledge, with facts. You can't deny those facts.
You gonna dig this.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day. Yo, listen. In a scheme of living, my life wasn't hard, but as far as Britain goes, I practically starved. Sleeping in a tracksuit, gas meter running out, electric cut off as well, candles lighting up the house. Looking in my mother's eyes, I see how she feels. The strain and the pain of just paying bills that ain't real. And that's how I grew, like so many more. And that was part of who I am very sure. You wanna know the rage I feel in my stomach? No, my mom and dad split up when I was still in her stomach. And not everything that happened I will put in 16s, but I will tell you enough so you will know what I mean. My boy's mother got cancer the same time as mine, but his mother died and mine survived. It was crazy back then. When I was like 10, already had the mental strength more than many grown men. This was a couple years after my stepdad left. Did he really know the crazy mess that he left? Because mum done recover from the lumps in her neck, but being poor and alone couldn't cope with the stress. My big sis fought, so much so, now I hadn't left school. When she left home, I was 13 by now, still a little kid, innocent. Next couple years though, will turn him to a militant. That is the result of no food in the fridge. And every other day you're getting searched by the pigs. Plus these patronizing teachers, though my grade sick, trying to emasculate me, turn me to a Anna. Don't mean a woman, please let me be clear. I mean a spineless man, because what do they fear? More than a working class brown male with a brain. When our energy is harnessed, everything changed. Look at Pac, look at Marley, look at Hendrix, look at Garvey. This is the potential that is wasted on a daily basis. A racist, classist world that we're living. Still we coming for nothing and we educate millions. I see why it scares you. It's like, how dare you overcome obstacles that we have been careful to place in your way every step of the way. In this so-called democracy where kids get sprayed, blacks and the Asians, Turks and the Chavs, crowded in council flats, living like ants. And who's more confused than so-called white trash, talking this madness about they want their country back? It never was yours. You should read more. What they did to brown people, they did to their own poor, but people's memory short. So much that I'm seeing black and Asian kids cuss Eastern Europeans. No pot to piss in makes competition. I fail to see how this is an effective system when cats and dogs in America and Britain eat better food than most of humanity, and we spend our technology only on killing. How is this more than sophisticated savagery? It was once said, the world is a stage, each person just an actor with a part to play, like the middle class kids and kids of the rich that have everything, but yet still they pissed on they coke and ketamine, strung out on. I ain't generalizing, look at the evidence, so go to Glastonbury any year, you will see. But unlike Carnival, it won't be crawling with police, this is London. The kids on the very next street had a very different life experience from me. And in my experience, they can't help but be smug after a lifetime of what they think's just good luck. But they're still more anxious and more thankless. Unearned privilege weighs like an anchor, that's why they copy what we do, trying to be what they not. They will grow up though and get better jobs and maintain a system that they claim that they hated. They can't fight against, they got a stake in this matrix. Hip-hop is just a fad to them. You didn't know? But for us, this is our living, breathing soul. And yeah, they might pack in South America or even volunteer in an African village. But all said and done, when push comes to shove and hits the fan of middle class and British, and I ain't even dissing. That's just how it is. Most rich brown people are just as full of shit. So much more concerned with our cars and jewels than most of the world's poor looks just like you. So much more concerned with being privileged few. And who knows, maybe me too, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane.
Who's bad?
I mean,
Akala's in the building, man. That's what you call a real MC right here. Just schooled you, man.
That boy went in.
Please pay attention.
Busy.
Knowledge is power. Akala's just.
He got busy. God, dog, bro. So what do we say, man? I'll give you my little quick analysis of it, but ultimately, man, intellect, knowledge is power. What did he say in that last little bit? Knowledge is power. He's very knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about. He understands classism and inner workings of classism. He understands the intersectionality between classism and racism. He understands the history going on in British culture, and even American, like the old Western society. He understands that on a deeper level because he's done his research. And then he talks about just being able to, and then how he grew up, mother having cancer, his friend having cancer, not being able to survive, but also empowering people. It's not in a way where it's he's being victimized, right? Because that's a very fine line. A lot of people will get so caught up in the oppression that they become a victim of whatever's going on, and they can never get a control on their life. And he even said it. He said, look at Hendrix, Garvey, look at all these people. They want you to act a certain way because if you're knowledgeable, if you have like knowledge is power, if you come with a certain mindset and you understand certain things as a black or brown person, that's what they don't want. They rather you just be fighting amongst yourselves, and like how dare you overcome these obstacles that we put in place? Like, what do you think what are you doing? So he's empowering you. So he's talking about the corruption and absolute power, but it's also saying that you can't let that be it, because absolute powerlessness does the same, and you gotta be able to move through that. Anybody, I don't care what color, white, black, brown, I don't care. You gotta be able to work through that. You can't just allow. Knowledge is power. Now you know how to move. Now you know how to strategize. Now you know what to look for, what to avoid, what not. You know what I'm saying? What opportunities to kind of, people to stay away from, what people you want to network with and build with. So just his ability just to go in and just to speak on that so eloquently and in bar form. You know what I'm saying? The dude is intelligent. And I love how he just kind of goes through the history of it in his own history, his own experience. And he's able to articulate it in such a way where it's so impactful, because it's just like when you hear it, and especially if, you grew up with a certain hue, you automatic. And it is not a victim. It's not a victimness to it, right? That's what I love about it. It's not a victim mentality, not a victimhood. There's nothing about Akala that speaks to me as a victim. It's more about power, knowledge. I know my circumstances, and I know how to destroy that and become better, and doing that for other people as well by giving them power, coming together, like you said in the song, man. That little last song, bro. This is man, Akala is a beast, man. Shout out to the folks in the chat who that's my goddamn beard. Yeah. Shout out to the folks in the comments who want me to react to this, talk about this. Let me know what you guys thought. What were your biggest takeaways? Let's talk about it. Let's have the dialogue. Let's have the conversation. I want to continue doing these. The part 3 will be on its way. Part 1 is already on the channel. Go check that out. If you really enjoy these videos, man, I could talk about this all day. I don't want to, get too. I could get long-winded. I mean, that's just how it is. I could talk to y'all all day, but I want to make sure that I give you guys the opportunity. Come talk to me back. Let's get in that comment section. Let's talk about it. What were your favorite takeaways of the song? What were your favorite parts of this freestyle? Because there was a freestyle, then there was a song. So the last part was a song because he had a hook and everything to it. So for me, man, knowledge is power. Being to understand intersectionality between gender, or not gender, but race and classism, and how and understanding the history of it all without being victim to it, right? That's powerful. And then how the system works against you, and how to strategize and work against the system, and put power back into the individual to make the changes they want to make, and see, and coming together, networking, being like-minded and single-minded in our pursuit of a better society. So I loved it, man. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, get in that comment section. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe. I got more content coming your way. This is something new for me, guys. This is like my 3rd or 4th video doing green screen. I'm still working through some little things right there. Like I feel like I needed a new green screen because this is on my ass. Anytime I move it, it gets out of frame. But y'all don't really care about that. I just appreciate y'all being here and enjoying this video. It helped me get to that 1K, man. So close, man. So close. I can't wait to get that for you guys. And I do gaming live streams. We got Monster Hunter coming. I just did a Destiny stream. I got more Apex coming. A bunch of dope content, guys, on the channel. So it's something for everybody. So I just appreciate y'all being here, man. And go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Be the light that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. Get knowledge is power. And we're gonna get onto this next video. Whatever it is. I mean, y'all go watch whatever you want to watch. I got plenty of content there for you. So with that being said, remember, love, live, laugh, enjoy today. Come on, I promise. Until next time, my friends. Peace.